Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Soul here, and today is Monday, April 17, and we have Hammerman Fleet on the archipelago. And as you can see, I'm on my low level Boom Beach account, and I'm going to try to see how far I can get on Hammerman Fleet attacks with my low level account. I'm thinking that maybe I'll be able to beat stage number 2. Last week I didn't manage, but the week before I did. So as you can see, I have my circle base loaded, which is going to give me a pretty good chance to get as far as I can using my defenses. As you can see, my defenses are machine guns mostly level 5, flamethrowers are level 1 or 2, mortars are level 4, sniper towers are all level 7, boom cannons are level 1, level 2 actually, rocket launcher level 2 and 3 and 1, and my mines are level 12. So that's going to give me the best chance. And the idea with the circle base, if you have been following my channel for a while, is that you divide the attacking forces into 2 groups, therefore preventing your forces from getting overwhelmed on a defense. That way you maximize the amount of damage that you can do given the troop combination that Hammerman is attacking with. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do this. See what he's bringing on stage number 1. So bunch of riflemen, bunch of warriors, and 3 tanks. So let's see how we perform against this. So the defense is on the front. Oh, and I left this there. I shouldn't have left it. But the idea is to group the troops like that and then make them walk over the mines as a group, just like that. As you can see, we took care of most of the warriors that way. As you can see also, most of the riflemen went to the left, therefore allowing our defenses to deal with the remaining troops on the right fairly easily. So the only problem might be that we don't have a lot of one-shot defenses on the left. So if we don't kill most of those riflemen right away, with these 2 rocket launchers as they are approaching, we're gonna be in trouble, because we only have 2 things that can counter, or 2 defenses that can counter the tanks that way. However, you saw the mines on the other side also took care of most of the health of those riflemen, and we shouldn't have a lot of trouble getting through this stage. The only problem with this one, and sorry, I'm sort of biting back camera. I shouldn't do this. I couldn't hold myself. The only problem with this sort of attack is that it takes a long time to complete. So if you're in a hurry, this might not be the best. But if you want to defend, this is what you need to do. In any case, you see most of the riflemen that went here to the center with the tanks are already gone. Now the tanks decided to go across to the bottom, so that's going to give us the best chance to attack most of those units with our one-shot defenses. Now our cannons are level 2, so I mean there's not a lot we can do right now. So if there were more than more than 3 tanks, this wouldn't work essentially. But there we go. We got stage 1 fairly easily. Not saying that your layout is not going to be the best, but given that my HQ16 and I still have defenses. Well, the highest one that I have is level 7. The sniper towers. All the other ones are lower than that. So you can see that my HQ in terms of defensive power is about an HQ9, HQ10 at most. Perfect. So we got 1 prototype part and 1 intelligence from this, which is pretty good. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to put it up here. What else can we do? What else can we do? I think we're good. So let's see what he's going to attack us on the second stage. Wow, more riflemen, more warriors, and more tanks. So pretty much the same setup that he used the previous time. However, we have a lot more tanks, and they're a lot higher level. They don't have a health boost, so it's sort of a toss-up whether or not we're going to do good. Now, here I'm seeing something that you want to avoid is having the initial wave split, half and half between the 2 sides, because then the mines do not become that effective. So I'm pretty sure that, I'm not sure, but we might lose this attack. So, and if we end up losing this attack, what you want to do is ensure that your units go. I'm going to ensure that those warriors all go to the left initially. That way they go to the left as a group, and then those mines here on this side, then we can use them to counter the rifleman wave that's coming in with the tanks. Because we need those riflemen out of the way. Right now, I don't have any hope that we're going to be able to defeat this stage based on what we're seeing. Yeah, there's no way. I'm going to accelerate this, and I'm going to make those tiny changes and see if we can sort of coax those warriors to go to the left as a big group. Perfect. So let's go back in. Did I mention that this one's an HQ7 and HQ16 headquarters? If I didn't, there, I just said it. So yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Gotta move this maybe here, and hopefully that's gonna coax most of the warriors to come on this way. Because once we get that going, then we're gonna be good. All right, let's try this one more time. Now, that artillery is targeting a machine gun, and I need to take him out, because if I don't, you see what happens. One single barrage was able to take out most of my defenses. So there we go. You see what's the purpose of those mines. Now, the only other change I would do would be to essentially add more mines to that site. Because, I mean, that whole bunch of warriors are going to be problematic. You see, because I don't have a grouping building on the left, on the right side, then the riflemen do not come as a group. They come as a separate wave, and that is not good at all. So we didn't make it any better, to be honest. We didn't make it any better. All right, guys. So I promised you I was gonna get it, and I did get it. This is the layout I ended up using. Just a few alterations. The idea with this front is to guide all the warriors to the left and then make them go in as a group, as a very compact group over the mines, killing, I want to say, like 95% of all of the warriors that just came on this side. Then after that, let the tanks and the riflemen that come in get closer to these mines, get wrecked by them, and then attack first with the splash damage defenses, because you want to get those riflemen out of the way quickly. And then end up with one-shot defenses to finish off the tanks. So let's take a look at how we did. I mean, it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 attempts to get it, but I think just the prototype parts are just worth it. So let's take a look at how we did. As you can see, I took out the machine gun that was getting targeted by GBE. There's no point having it in the cluster, getting, sorry. Ensuring that all their defenses get splashed, damaged by that. This mortar also gets attacked by artillery or barrage, actually, so I also moved it out of the way. Bam, and you see most of those riflemen just perish on that side. There's only what? It's only 4 warriors that just survived there. And then you see the riflemen come in. The mines slowly damage them, and then they're slowly gonna get picked. I mean, there's no point. We have a bunch of them. That's not the word I'm looking for. There's no chance for them. You see, machine guns are just pounding on them. We have the 2 rocket launchers pounding on them at the same time with the mortars, and yeah, there you see, like, boom, a bunch of riflemen just went down. A bunch of more riflemen went down, and now we just have this little cluster right here, which is gonna get targeted by both rocket launchers because they are the first in line. And as you saw, I put some economy buildings in the front just to ensure that those cannons survive for a little bit longer. But those little cannons are not there for the tanks. They were there for the riflemen to pick up whatever was left. And then what we have to work with is these 2 boom cannons on the back. You see they're a little bit offset so that the tanks actually fire at the headquarters, but the tanks actually have, the boom cannons have shots on the tanks. Now, the other warriors are still like going around like chickens without a head. Only 2 tanks and 2 warriors remain. And those two guys are gonna perish very, very soon. And that's it, guys. So now the two warriors are left. They're gonna destroy that last building, go to the HQ, and get picked off. As easy as that, guys. You see, what may seem impossible with just a little bit of tactic, a little bit of planning, and a little bit of ingenuity is going to net you that win. And this is my circle base. This is what this layout is going to help you push the boundaries of what's possible to defend with the current level of defenses that you have. Let's take a look at what Hammerman is bringing on the stage 3. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to defend this, mainly because he's bringing again a lot of riflemen, a lot of tanks, and grenadiers. Grenadiers are the bane of the existence of any sort of defense. I'm going to give it a try. I mean, I still have a couple of diamonds. I'm going to see how he's going to deploy this. So he's deploying first the tanks and the riflemen. If he deploys the grenadiers second and nothing else, we have a pretty good chance of defeating this stage. Now he's gonna deploy riflemen with the grenadiers, and that is gonna be just bad. But I have a few changes that I can make, and I'm gonna make them in a second. But I mean, you can see those grenadiers are just wrecking through my base. As long as they have defenders on the top in the form of riflemen, there's nothing you can do. You need to essentially pound those guys as quickly as you can. Otherwise, it's going to be a major defeat. Oh, I didn't see. Let's see what he attacked with GBE. Maybe we can move it out of the way and be cool. All right, so the flamethrower and the structure in the front, we can definitely move it out. Maybe we're gonna be lucky, and then he's gonna barrage something out that we can put it in the way and help us destroy some of those riflemen. That would be pretty epic. Oh, he's attacking my rocket launcher. No, actually, he didn't attack the rocket launcher. He attacked the boom cannon. He attacked the boom cannon. He attacked this. He attacked this thing right here and the boom cannon with GBE. So I'm gonna move this here, so that I don't have too far. And then here, guys, this is another trick that I've learned. Let me move this. So what was the defense? So he attacked this with GBE, right? So let's move that there. What else did he attack with artillery? He attacked two things, and now I don't remember. But the reason I'm doing this, guys, is because of this. You can use Hammerman's GBE to your advantage. You have to be careful. In this case, you don't want the artillery to actually come on and destroy most of your mines. So you have to sort of spread them out. But if you do this, right? If you do this, then what he's going to end up doing is maybe he end up barraging his own troops. But you have to time it just right, because if the troops actually kill the defensive structure beforehand, then you're out of luck. Okay, let me do it ×2. Yes, it worked. It ended up working, guys. I told you it was going to work. That's pretty epic. However, there's no point, even if we manage to, to kill most of those guys. I don't think we're gonna end up getting it. Maybe we will. I don't know. Yeah, we will not get it. I mean, it's freaking impossible. I mean, we still have a bunch of tanks, and there's no way with the defenses. But you saw, guys, what we did there. Putting up that defense in the front just at the right moment in time. What ends up happening is that he ended up barraging that. Let's take a look again at that and look at it. The idea is we know that defense is going to get GBE'd. So what I do is I look at what point he GBEs it with barrage, and at what point my incoming troops, what point they are in the map. So I knew that they were going to be around there. So that is actually just perfect, because at that point you see boom, 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 boom. Everybody just gets barraged out, right? But yeah, that's essentially it, guys. I hope that the video was sort of inspiring to you and it helped you plan better your attack, and maybe allows you to get farther than I did. I know that at least for me, this sort of layout helped me a lot to go through a lot of the Hammerman stages when I was a low level player. So I'm sure that, if you do the same, it's going to help you too.